Anybody home? Come on out, everybody! It's time to play!
You're crazy.
I'm not crazy, I just don't give a fuck! Smoking bars outside inside, and I wanna know what the fuck you're doing with my time!
Oh, I kick ass for the Lord.
What's up, you maniacs, and welcome back to the Lucid Nightmare. I'm your host, as always, Jay Schatzer, and guess what? It's time to show off a really awesome cult classic that's been found after, well, a long time. It is Christina Hornisher's 1973 very strange and surreal flick. It is Hollywood 90028. And yes, it is a treat to behold. A very strange look into the mind of a madman. And it's just really stylishly shot. So let's check this one out. Here is Hollywood 90028. So Hollywood 90028 is a treat to behold. It is just a little piece of cinema that is very low-key, gradual in its progression, but it gives you a really good lived-in feel of the early 70s in Hollywood. Just a laid-back, psychotic thrill ride that has a lot of character to it, a lot of beauty, and a lot of disgusting, nasty stuff as well. Just a whole package of goodness. But let's start off with the premise. It pretty much follows a young man named Mark, who is a photographer who's working for I guess a porn star, a porn kind of industry thing, where he's shooting different fluff pieces and things for, I guess it's for peep shows and things like that. But he kind of gets lost in it and lost in the degradation, and he just kind of loses his shit and starts strangling women and murdering mostly women, pretty much. It's a very strange kind of look at things because he is a very charismatic character in times when he's talking and interacting with the women, but something snaps inside him and he just loses it. But he's a very... you get wrapped up in it and you don't really want him to get caught, but you know he's doing wrong. Especially when a lot of these women are pretty much innocents. They're just kind of there either in the adult industry or just people that he meets in general, random hitchhiker. So it's not like anyone that's a scumbag that he meets, but yeah, he keeps falling into the same kind of thing over and over again. But that is until he meets a young woman named Michelle, who was at one of the photo shoots. He kind of took to her and they start a relationship, and it's one that's slow and progresses. It's not a wham bam thank you ma'am kind of thing, and it almost feels like his character is going to turn over a new leaf and forget killings and things like that. But it gives you a hopeful outlook, but you don't know where it's going to go. But you kind of do know where it's going to go. But it's kind of all the fun in seeing what happens in the eventual with this relationship. But and if he gets caught in general. But it's a really interesting look at that kind of 70s era in that specific area. And yeah, it's not the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. It's the downtrodden people that are desperate. And yeah, it's a really awesome look at everything, and you get to see the Hollywood sign and different back alleys of the places that they don't generally show. But yeah, it's it's shot beautifully by Christina Hornisher, and yeah, it's got like I said, a pace and tempo that feels like you're living in the moment. It's not glamorized at all. And there's often a lot of sleaze on the screen, but it's all shot very tastefully and artistically. Nothing feels, funny enough, nothing feels so extremely exploitive. It feels very just genuine and lived in. It's a surprising kind of take on the genre of slashers, if you will, if you would consider this a slasher. But the role of Mark is played by Christopher Augustine. He does a great job. Like I said, he's very charismatic in parts. But you can see that there's something not right with him deep down inside, especially when he so callously deals with these women and kind of goes on with his day, methodically almost. He brings a really great presence to the film, and there's a lot of him just walking around the town, kind of taking things in. So, yeah, he just does a really great job. And also, the character of Michelle is played by Jeanette Dilger. She does a great job as well. She's very, very beautiful and innocent looking, even though she is a part of the film, adult film industry there. But she does have an interesting story that kind of pulls Mark's character along, but ultimately things go how you think they're going to go. It's not really a spoiler. Most of these kind of psychological thrillers or horror movies that kind of go in depth with the psychology behind the killer, they usually never end well for the main character. So Mark, it's just a really awesome portrayal, and it might be a little bit too slow paced for people, or not enough action or gore moments. It's more simmering in his everyday life and how he struggles to not do these impulses that he has. And then what makes it interesting is that the adult film industry kind of career he's in kind of brings that about, of that hatred of women kind of thing that he struggles with. So it's very interesting, very cool. But in the end of the day, it's just very beautifully shot and an interesting look at that Hollywood 70s era and the behind the scenes stuff that you don't really see in that kind of adult film industry. But really cool stuff, and highly, highly recommend it. That is Hollywood 90028, and I recommend it if you like films like Maniac, Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, except it's not as extreme as those ones. It's more, I'm not going to say heartfelt, but it has more of a human presence that's more believable, and it's not in your face. The kills are very few and far between. They're not gratuitous, but yeah, it's just a weird. It's hard to. I'm thinking about it now. It's hard to describe, but I definitely recommend it because it is just a unique gem that I'm thankful that they found and restored, and it's looking great and just a really interesting film to check out. So I highly recommend it. But guys, that's it for me. Hopefully you enjoyed that one, and hopefully you like what I'm doing here. If you do, please like and subscribe, and if you have time, leave a comment below because I love hearing from you guys. But until then, I will see you all at the next Lucid Nightmare. See ya!